Yo, what's going on, everybody? Eric back here with Bodo's Trading Academy. Guys, thank you yet again for tuning in to another YouTube video of mine. Guys, if you haven't already, please click that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let's get right into it, you guys, right here. So, guys, in this YouTube video, I actually am going to explain to you guys exactly what I see for the rest of the week. Now, today was an absolute choppy day for the stock market. It was just such a terrible day. I think I went 3 for 4 on my alerts. I messed up on my first alert for SPY. I still came out green. We still ended up making over 180% in profits if you took all my alerts today. Now, we are swinging Moderna, we're swinging GameStop, and we're swinging SPY. So those are the 3 that we are swinging, but in particular, I want to talk to you guys about these 3 specific stocks that I actually have been watching these past few weeks. Now, AMD being one of them. So you guys, a lot of times when we see the market, okay, for example, we see the market acting like this, okay? It's trading between one level to another level. Now, did I necessarily know that, the market was going to be trading like this? No. And I did the mistake because, again, this morning I just was not feeling myself. I actually woke up with almost like a sore throat. And you're going to see me clear my throat a lot throughout this video. And I'll probably even cut those out just because I just get super annoying. But, this morning I woke up and I just wasn't feeling myself. I was feeling a little bit sick. Throat was just killing me. But overall, you guys, I made some super stupid mistakes trading today. So, I ended up buying at the bottom here, shorting SPY at the bottom. We got faked out and then we pumped up. And I even told my team, hey, I'm looking for a bounce for calls around this 380, 364. So we did actually end up playing a nice bounce, which was right here. I ended up buying SPY calls right at this 384.50, and then we ended up making a huge move towards the upside. And I think it was actually around this area where I bought it, and it wasn't exactly down here, but I bought it around this area, kind of came down, and I was trying to predict where the next bounce is going to be. We did make a significant amount of money. We actually ended up taking a slight loss on this. I ended up shorting here, went up against us. We ended up losing maybe 18% on our contracts here. I took my I got stopped out pretty fast. Now, a lot of times, you guys, I'm very confident in the trades that I make, the trades that I take as well. I will tell you my confidence levels. And again, we went 3 for 4 today. Moderna being, 56%. We cashed out Moderna. We held runners on it. SPX and SPY. We ended up making almost 100% on it. So around 85% on that at the top, which was right here. We ended up just cashing out majority of our position on SPY. And then ended up, taking GameStop. We were up 30% on GameStop. So we cleared almost about 200% in pure profits today. Just slightly shy of that. Now, calling out 4 alerts, guys. 1 went bad, so we went 3 for 4. 2 of them ended up being swings with the last minute play. I'm swinging into tomorrow. Now, you guys, a lot of times when I tell people, we are consolidating between 2 ranges, and that's why I always tell you guys, very particular with the Fibonacci retracements. If you want to succeed in this market, you need to incorporate this in your day-to-day trading. If you don't want to take big losses, if you want to understand where the fake outs are, or when you trade on a choppy day, you need to incorporate this, you guys. It's super important. Now, you guys, we have reached a bit of a top here on Friday, and this is what's kind of concerning to me, okay? Where do we see the overall market kind of moving into in this week, okay? The CPI report, I think, gets released on Wednesday, so we are going to trade with basically light positions moving up until Wednesday. We need to make sure that we're not sporadically throwing ourselves just to make a couple, $1,000 and thinking that we're going to make 200-300% this week. I mean, you guys, it's just not the possibility up until after Wednesday. Now, Wednesday, wait until Wednesday. And really, if you guys want to just sit on your hands, sit on your cash, wait until after Wednesday. It's not going to kill you. I mean, you can make an easy 1,000% going into Thursday or even Wednesday after the CPI report is released. Just be patient. You know, this is where opportunities are made, and opportunities like this is by actually staying with the plan. So where do I see the market overall moving is going to be here, you guys. Now, I'm trying to follow this trend, specifically this trend. So I'm going to see how the market reacts. That's number one. You know, number two, we want to understand why we're trading SPY or any other stock in the direction that we're trading. Now, we had a little bit of a pump up, you know, towards the end of the day. Now, again, I do believe we can come down to this 381.50 and then see a significant bounce. Now, of course, if I bring SPY over here, you know, where we can actually take a closer look in on the indicators as well, we have to make sure we understand this. Okay, number one, CCI indicator is overextended. Just kind of out, if you guys haven't watched my last video, literally, you guys go watch my last video. I explained to you guys why we could have had this slight pullback to these levels, right? So we had a pullback to 383.64. I told you guys buy the bounce for calls at 383.60, and we ran up all the way to 386, right? Or 387. So that would have been a phenomenal play if you held it. And going into the market open, the CCI indicator, it's actually confirming towards the downside. So we can see a bigger move towards the downside even tomorrow, okay, up until Wednesday, you guys. This is really important that we keep close eye on this. I do believe we can short this up until 381.50 and see a nice bounce there. But again, anything can go about in this market. Remember, I always say this, trade with risk management. Right now is not the time to, you know, long positions for months and months. I told you guys over and over again, long term, I'm still short on the overall market. Short term, we can see a bigger move towards the upside. Overall, within maybe the next couple weeks, we can break out of this wedge slightly, right? And see that 400 range. I'm still predicting that we are going to see that 400 range maybe by Friday after the CPI report is maybe released, or even, you know, on maybe next week. You know, who knows? Who knows? So that's why I'm staying cautious with my positions. I don't want to just sporadically throw these positions out there and you know, go into heavy size just because I don't trust the market right now. We're in an overall downtrend, you guys. We can still hold this trend line. We failed to break it here. Obviously, we had 4 consecutive green days in the stock market, so it shows us significant strength that we could possibly see towards the upside. Does it necessarily mean it's going to happen? No. It doesn't mean just because we saw one thing, it's going to happen, right? We want to make sure we trade with proper risk and we understand why we're taking these positions. That's the most important thing. So AMD, okay? AMD has been on my watch. I love AMD towards the upside. I think AMD can make a strong move towards the upside. We do have a smaller falling wedge here on the daily time frame, which can show us a break above 79.80, can send it all the way to 81.80, right? Or even 84 before any type of rejection, or even 88 before any type of major rejection. We have a gap fill on AMD. We have gap fills on just about every single stock out there that we can notice, right? But we're going to find ourselves rejecting, guys. We just are, because we are at a trend line. We're at that resistance where, you know, majority of stocks are reaching after a huge run up, right? Whatever goes up must come down eventually, and whatever goes down must come up eventually. So we're reaching that, you know, breaking point. So again, going back into the trading week, I'm going to predict that SPY does drop down to maybe 381.50s, probably even by tomorrow. And then we see a bounce up, back up here to this level of 387 and then break through all the way to 390. There's not a problem with that. Once we break through this trend line, we can see this run up, maybe reject here back at 390 again, or even fly through it all the way to 400. Now it's going to take maybe a week or two. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to be seeing it, but that's my predictions as far as the next couple weeks go, or even this week. Now, Moderna 2, I really liked Moderna. I ended up playing Moderna today too. We ended up cashing out pretty well on it. Auto trader, use that. So we broke out on Moderna. We can see Moderna up to 188. I think that's going to be the next major resistance that we see Moderna to. So Moderna was a really good play. What else do we see? So we got SPY, Moderna, AMD. What's that third stock I wanted to talk to you guys about? God, I totally forgot about it. Why am I not thinking right now? Sorry guys, I'm literally feeling under the weather. Oh, GameStop. How can I forget? So GameStop. GameStop could be a big runner, you guys. Honestly, I think we can see GameStop upwards 138. We do have this really nice bull flag right here that I did notice on the daily time frame. So we can see a possible run up, you guys. I really think GameStop can run up this week with the market dropping, surprisingly. We saw some big, huge volume come through. Now, again, this doesn't mean anything really, but we can see a run up on GameStop. We have the levels built out. Now, I think what I'm going to do for GameStop is build out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave these fib levels. I actually like them. So for GameStop, I'm going to just leave those. We can see some consolidation going on. We could even see GameStop open up above 135 or 133 tomorrow. If we see GameStop consolidating around this area right here, we can see it probably even moon up. And I actually would consider to even day trade this going into tomorrow's trading day. So if GameStop opens up above this trend line right here, we can see it blow right past this 133. If it blows past the 133 when market opens, we're going to buy the bounce for calls right here, or probably even just buy calls on the bounce of this trend line if we catch it tomorrow. Now, if it opens up around this area right here, has to open up, show us a good direction. I think GameStop towards the upside shows significant amount of strength. I think I love GameStop right now. Even though it's a gamble stock, I don't like it overall, obviously, but I like it in the short term, you guys. There's nothing wrong with that. GameStop is showing, like I said, significant strength. CCI is not overextended. MACD looks like it wants to cross with stochastic still already confirmed towards the upside. CCI is still getting ready to probably blast through this. We can see GameStop, like I said, upwards 133, 138. Even by tomorrow's market open, I mean, that would be crazy if we do, but or even by the end of the week. So GameStop is definitely a buy for me. So yeah, those are the three that I'm going to majorly watch going into the trading week this week is going to be Moderna, GameStop, and an AMD. NVIDIA, you know, I liked NVIDIA last week. NVIDIA was okay. Didn't really have my interest much going into the trading week this week just because we did reject this first gap fill, which again, that was exactly my plan, was to play last week from right here, the bottom to the top. And we made significant amount of percentage on this. I think it was like 600-700% that we made on NVIDIA last week. We had a killer week last week. Our project was completed after we made 7-8x on it. And now we're just falling because we had, you know, consecutive run-up days. Now we're just falling, which is normal. Okay. If you guys have any questions, you know, feel free to shoot me a message, even over my Instagram. I do respond over my Instagram or even my Discord. Be sure to click the link down below, you guys, if you want to join the VIP room. I'm telling you, this is not going to be a slow week. I do believe we are going to have a crazy week, and I'm going to pull out some crazy bangers. And again, if you're interested in, you know, getting the day-to-day alerts of what I buy and sell into, or buy and I sell, of the stocks that I get into, be sure to click that link down below, you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.